Got wood, gentlemen? Or is that flag flying at half-mast? When I was in the States, I think I've mentioned to you before, when I go visit, I watch a lot of TV with my mother, you know, the network shows at night. I'm a fan of CBS. And, well, what's appalling is like almost every commercial at night is about drugs. I think the United States is the only country in the world that advertises drugs on TV. But one of the biggest is erectile dysfunction drugs, more specifically Cialis. I've seen Viagra. I don't know, maybe Viagra is like losing the race. I used to see that a lot, like and they know where to gear that stuff too. They used to, when I was watching a lot of sports, a lot of football, on college football, I guess because the men are younger, they have fast food and stuff, Sonic and a lot of greasy bad food. So get it in them, get that in them, sell them that fast bad food. But then on Sunday when the NFL came around, I don't know, I guess they think it's an older crowd on Sunday, it was all about the Viagra. Well, when I was watching you know, TV regularly in the States, I just couldn't get over with how many Cialis commercials I came across. And I'm like, if they're spending that many dollars on advertising time, because that advertising time on TV is expensive, they're selling a lot of Cialis. And that means that a lot of men out there are having problems getting a stiffy. And they probably don't even know why they're having problems, because they're listening to the conventional thinking of it's in your head, a lot of it's mental, it's this, it's that, when it basically boils down to simple mechanics within the body. It's blood flow. It's blood flow. Blood can't flow through a clogged pipe. Got a few, found a few stats on this. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. The penis is basically a hydraulic system. Blood needs to reach it so it can enlarge. The vast majority of cases in which it can are due to stress or other mental issues. The vast majority of cases in which it can't aren't due to stress or other mental issues, as people seem to think. It's a simple problem that any engineer would be familiar with. The cause of impotence is the buildup of fat in and the degradation of the arterial system that supplies the penis with blood. When the arteries are too clogged to carry blood, you won't get a solid erection. So if you're having problems getting it up, you can bet it's because you've been hitting up the meat, dairy, and eggs. And those are the primary causes of fatty deposits in our arteries. During a man's reproductive years, regular meat eating will lower sperm count, shorten sperm life, decrease ejaculate volume, and cause infertility. All of these problems are largely absent in those who abstain from meat, dairy, and eggs. The same arterial system that's too clogged to send blood to the penis is also slowly but surely becoming too clogged to send blood to the brain and to the heart. According to, I don't know who this organization is, a JAMA, J-A-M-A, study, 45% of those who have erectile dysfunction, I want you to listen to this, 45% of those who have erectile dysfunction end up having a stroke or heart attack. And why is this happening? Erectile dysfunction is usually seen in men with high cholesterol levels and high levels of LDL bad cholesterol. Both of these conditions are brought on by regular meat consumption. You eat the fatty stuff, it layers your arteries, blood flow is decreased, things go down. It's simple as that. Let's see if they've got anything else here. Oh, this is just talking about some of the, you know, men, and there's a lot of men out there, they'll thump their chest, well, I'm a bull, you know, I need that meat to be strong. And a lot of times, you know, there's, number one, there's always exceptions. There's always, you know, every time you tell people about a healthy lifestyle, they'll tell you about the guy that drank and smoked till he was 95 years old and lived away. Well, that's not the norm, that's the exception. Yeah, that's all for the reading there. And you know, we fool ourselves into things. I won't give too much information here, but when I was a younger guy and I was catting around all the time, I mean, I could break rules. You know, when we're young, we can break those rules. We break rules and get away with them when we're young. but we pay our karmic debt at some point in some way. No matter, it's inevitable. It will come around. And that's the rule. Like I say, there's exceptions, but if you want to play short odds, I like to always play the odds. Everybody should try to play the odds in life. Yeah, you could be. I'm not going to tell you. You might eat meat. You might eat meat 3 times a day every day and be a bull stud in the bedroom. But you're probably not going to be. I don't know what your chances are. You might be that 1 out of 100, 1 out of 1,000. Used to, I could be a bad boy and drink that alcohol and still be okay. But as you get older, these things come into play. I mean, when you're just layering these arteries with fat, it's like your arteries are like this. Water's trying to go through it. Think of clogged pipes. When your pipes get clogged up, and that opening's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, less blood's going through there. And a lot of times your penis is not exactly at the top of the list. Your blood flow in the body has to be spread around so you can live, so you can breathe, so your heart can pump. So when you're not getting that good blood flow and you're trying to supply all these organs, all these parts of your body with blood flow, something's going to go lacking. And that's a shocking statistic to me. I mean, it makes sense. But I didn't realize that 45% of men that have erectile dysfunction will have a stroke or a heart attack. Now that's pretty, if you're out there right now, if you're a man and you have erectile dysfunction, that would shake me up pretty good. 45%. Okay, your chances are better than half that you won't, but 45% is pretty large. I don't want to play with that. So, I mean, it's very simple. It's very simple. You can do some research, you can do some reading on this if you don't believe. But a lot of people that watch this, I just was thinking, maybe you could share this with somebody that, I don't know, that's hard. You have a hard time trying to, because this is a sensitive subject among men. Men are all caught up, their virility is who they are. And I don't know. It's men, we don't deal with issues as well as women do. Women don't tend to be so ashamed of certain things in their body or whatever. And even if you do have erectile dysfunction, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just something to take care of. And that little blue pill or whatever the pills you're taking, that is not the way to do it. I've even seen them on there. Have you seen the disclaimers at the end of the Cialis commercials? They come on and it may cause this. And if you have any kind of heart problems, if you're taking blood, I don't know what it is. It's blood thinners or heart medicine or something. You have to be careful with that. Also, I hope the ladies stay tuned on this one. Now, I'm not trying to be mean here, and I don't know if you want to be mean. But maybe the next time, I know a lot of females out there in this vegan world, and that are trying to live their lives better, and they have mates that don't. Now, some of them have supportive mates that aren't vegan. Some of them have mates that just really don't pay attention. But some of them have mates that actually try to undermine what they're doing, make fun of what they're doing, and constantly give them a hard time on that. Well, here's your touche, ladies. The next time your mate is giving you a hard time about the way you're eating, you might just casually toss a little bomb out there like, well, you might think about joining me because things could be a little bit better for me in the bedroom. Now that I'm going to be very careful with saying to you, so don't anybody crucify me here, because, yeah, you say that to your man and there's probably going to be some, he ain't going to be happy with that, especially if it hits home, especially if it's true. But if he's beating you around, giving you, metaphorically speaking, if he's giving you a hard time about your lifestyle, you might just say, oh, well, there's a better way. We might be having a little bit more fun in the bedroom if you looked into some of this. Anyhow, it's very simple. I can't, I'm not a doctor, and I don't, if you've watched this channel much, I don't do the technical stuff very well, but I don't think you need to. It's pretty simple. Blood flow is not, you don't have to be a genius, you don't have to be a medical doctor, you don't have to understand a whole hell of a lot of science to understand blood flow. The better your blood flow, the harder things are going to get. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel. And if you know somebody out there that this might help a little bit, share it with them. Hope y'all have a very good upcoming week, and I love you guys. Peace.